So just the other day I was on YouTube and I was checking out another YouTube channel by the name of Smoking and Grilling with AB, and he did a chicken recipe, and I really can't even tell you what his chicken recipe was, but it's inspiring me to make this. What I'm going to be doing is my rendition of garlic butter chicken. This is a very simple recipe, not a whole lot of ingredients, but we should be banging with flavor. Come on in and take a look at the ingredients I'm working with, and then we'll knock this out. Now, this is a recipe that I'm just kind of throwing together. There's no specific recipe for this, but I will be leaving my ingredients and amounts in the description below. Our first ingredient, we have some chicken breasts. What I've done with that was I did just take a meat mallet and just kind of pounded them out, not real hard, just enough to break the meat down a little bit. Some lemon juice, garlic, a bunch of garlic. We have butter, fresh basil, sliced mushrooms, red peppers that are diced. The seasoning I'm going to use on the chicken is a seasoning by Miner's Mix. It's called Poultry Perfection. If you want to take a look at this, I will leave a link in the description where you can get some of this. Otherwise, Old Bay would be good on this, or even just salt and pepper would be great. Chicken stock, heavy whipping cream, and I'm not sure if I'm going to use this sour cream or not. I may add it at the end just to smooth things out a little bit, but I'm not sure we're going to be using that. Those are our ingredients. Let's get over to the stove, start cooking. Now, the first thing I'm starting off with is a pan that has 1 stick of butter in it, and I have that sizzling. This is one of those recipes where I'm not concerned if the butter browns up a little bit. Let's go ahead and get our first chicken in. And I will be seasoning this after I get them in and once I turn them. And I'm going to let that cook for a few minutes. So we let this cook for about 3.5 minutes. We're just going to turn them over. Season the other side. And we will flip this over one more time. So that's another 3 minutes. We're just going to flip them over. And we're just going to let this cook for about a minute. Now that that's cooked another minute, we're going to remove the chicken. We're going to set it aside. And now I'm going to throw in our garlic. I did turn the heat down just a tad. We're at about a medium right now. Now I did bruise that garlic, and basically all that is taking a knife and giving it one good smash. And I'm going to let these go for about another 3-4 minutes. After that's gone about 3 minutes, I'm going to add in my mushrooms. And about half of my red onions or red peppers. And I'm going to throw in a tad of our chicken stock just to deglaze the pan. And we're going to let this go for about 4 minutes. So we've let this go about another 3 minutes. We're going to throw in our last stick of butter and let that melt down. So our butter's pretty much melted in there. I'm going to go ahead and hit it with a little bit more chicken stock. Our heavy cream. And our basil. And this basil is going to wilt down. I'm going to throw my chicken back in. with all that juice. And I'm thinking we're going to be okay without the sour cream that I planned on using. So we got that in. Just going to throw a little lime juice or lemon juice in there. I'm going to throw this in the oven at 350 degrees for 30 minutes. So this just came out of the oven. I'm going to let it cool down just a bit, and what that's going to do is it's going to allow that sauce to thicken up a bit. So that's what it looks like all plated up. I have his plated on some rice. I have mine plated on some cauliflower mash. Let's get into it. Oh, good. So what do you think?
Oh, it's great. The sauce is nice. A little bit of creaminess to it. The meat's nice and tender, nice and juicy. It's real nice.
You can go ahead and eat one of them whole garlics over there.
Okay.
So anyway, what that butter did by allowing it to brown is it gave it like a real, almost a dark, rich kind of a flavor, which complements this well. This right here, I'm gonna tell you, home run. And I'd like to thank Aaron at Smoking and Grilling with AB just for putting this thought in my mind. This is nothing like what he did, but he was the inspiration behind it. We'll leave a link to his channel, like I said, in the iCard above and description below. Run by there and tell him your boy Lyle said what's up. I'd like to thank you guys for stopping by No Hippie Barbecue. I do appreciate it. Comment, subscribe, and I'm out.
That whole garlic's great.